Oh, yeah. Who's that? I'm liable. Yeah. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you doing? I'm on matter day ground. Matter day ground though. They say they don't catch Simon Ekpa. You see, to be very honest, one of the downsides of democracy is that everybody has a say. Democracy, not our government. I've never believed in democracy. Somebody say wave. Can you hear my audio? Baba, my hand don't tire. Ah, for me. My be no sister me. Go. Ori mi lanoni. I was supposed to go and see Fumi today. But as usual, my life no gets definition. You they come and they go. Kaka Beddings, how are you doing? You see, one of the downsides of democracy, and that's why I never believed in democracy, is the fact that it is everybody's government. Everybody get mouth for democracy. And even agitators get mouth. That is why, if you know me well, even the Free Nation is not democratic. Some aspects are democratic. For instance, okay, how do we run London events? Is going to be democratic. But the Free Nation in itself is not democratic because you see, everybody go get mouth, everybody go chook mouth, everybody get idea, everybody get suggestion. Baba, you no go anywhere. They say a camel is a horse designed by a committee. They say committee go and design a horse. They bring camel. They say now waiting the design be that. That's so democracy be. So one of the downsides of democracy is you are going to expect people to have their ideologies that differ from the popular opinion. And personally, I believe Nigeria should be together. But there are people who democratically are allowed to believe that Nigeria can be separated. It's part of democracy. So you cannot say the people agitating for Biafra, you cannot call them bad people. Now, waiting they believe in, and now waiting they want to be that. Now, if we had the proper military dictatorship like we have in, waiting they call them, Niger, or Mali, or Burkina Faso, you think so if you wake up one day, say you want scatter country, they're not going to agree you. But as now democracy, everybody get mouth. My problem with Ekpa is not the ideology of Biafra. It is how much damage has been done to the East over this sit-at-home issue. And I understand the agitation for Biafra. But let's be careful not to burn our food in protest of hunger. I don't want talk plenty. I want make una put mouth. Anybody that understands politics, make una put mouth. My problem is you want to gossip, and that's why we don't move forward as a country. Hello.
Hi. Long time.
Long time, my sister. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts on what?
You did not see the heading. You just joined.
I haven't like seen the story anyway. I haven't understood.
Do you know Simon Ekpa?
I don't know. I don't know them. Who's that? Is he an actor?
Yeah, he's a Nollywood actor.
Simon Ekpa.
You've not heard of Simon Ekpa before?
Nope.
Show your face now. Let's see you.
I didn't. Okay, hold on. I don't do my hair, so.
Don't worry, we don't mind. We know you are beautiful.
That?
We know you are beautiful. We don't mind.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so fine. So.
But I kind of look like your wife, right?
You kind of look like
your wife.
So Fema toast meaning.
So I don't know who that
So you've never heard of Simon Ekpa?
No.
Ramsey Noah's younger brother.
Ramsey Noah's
Same
younger brother.
mother but different fathers.
Really?
You've not heard?
I've heard of Ramsey Noah, but I've not heard of Simon Ekpa. I don't know.
In your entire life, you've not heard. What kind of movies do you like to watch? Tell me a little bit about your choice in movie.
My choice. Anything that is good, really.
Anything that is.
I don't really mind. Anything that has a nice story.
As in Nollywood, I mean.
I don't watch Nollywood anymore.
Why? What made you stop? Maybe that's why you don't know Simon Ekpa.
But Ramsey Noah is a long time ago now. Yeah, but his brother is not like that popular, right? Because I've never known.
His brother is very popular. His brother is even more popular than. That's why I'm amazed that you don't know Simon Ekpa.
But I know Ramsey Noah. I know Jim.
You know who? You know Jim Mike?
Yes, I know Jim.
How come you now don't know Simon Ekpa?
I'm trying to remember some because I don't know. I've never seen him.
I can't believe. Even the people here, they can't believe you don't know Simon Ekpa.
Why? Must I know everybody?
Yes, now. Mr. Cucumber.
My brother, how you doing?
How far? Help me greet my sister.
No, man.
Mr. Cucumber is my friend. He's my very close friend.
Is your very close friend?
Yes.
Where on Sabi before?
We did here together. She did Pennsylvania, I did New York.
When are they Yankee together?
I told you I did my
I didn't even know it was in New York.
Ella, you don't know that in New York.
I don't know that.
So when you dey find and go that time, where you dey find and go?
The answer now.
Me?
Where you dey find this guy go?
I did not find you anywhere. I saw him now. I met people on Instagram normally.
I want to recommend a movie for you. You will really love this movie. Okay?
I don't really watch old. Is it old?
It's the latest technology, latest movie. It's called Biafra by Simon Ekpa. This movie is bad.
Really?
Yes. Google Simon Ekpa movies.
Ella, don't get correct for this country.
How you take no?
I don't know Ella for 40 years. I should have come my show before.
Yeah, he normally talks about Black History Month and stuff like that. Not Black History Month. Like Black History, slavery and everything. So that's what I know.
They come take my lectures, you know.
Are you serious?
Since when I lost my account, I lost my 1.2 million followers. They're not going to find me again.
That's your TikTok account, Abi.
Yeah. Then I lost another one again before I was traveling to Dubai and Qatar. 265,000 followers.
What thing you they do? Now only you they lose followers. Your pocket get hole.
Now people they report.
He's always posting nonsense, rubbish stuff.
Shall you hear your life? Shall you hear your life? If you are watching me on TikTok, pop my money gone.
No, Nigerians are reporting my.
But I'm amazed. I'm amazed that this lady does not know Simon Ekpa.
Why should I know? Who is this man? Why should I know him?
I've told you. Biafra. That movie, you need to watch it.
Ella, go rap now.
You know our brother.
Go the thing now. Go.
Ella, what do you watch apart from Equatorial Guinea Men? What else do you watch?
So I like American stuff mostly.
You are in Nigeria and you like American stuff.
But I lived in America. I've been here for like 10 years. Yeah.
So since you've been in America, I just forget everything where they happen for Nigeria.
You forget Nigeria.
Yes, now I came when I was very young. I was a child. I was 12.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know Simon Ekpa.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, try. You need to know all these kind of things that are going on. Who has joined us now? Somebody special has joined us.
Daddy Freeze, good evening.
Good evening. Who is that?
Femi.
Femi Aderogba.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Please, I want you to help me explain who Simon Ekpa is to this my very beautiful sister here. She's also a Nollywood fan.
I'm very sure she's joking now. Was those who Simon?
No, she's a honest girl. She's 33. She is not joking.
Okay, let me first ask. The first thing in Nigeria, I think that's the very first to ask us. Madam, are you in Nigeria, US or in Canada?
Sorry, you're breaking. Am I?
Okay, she know they lie. She don't tell us.
Mute your mic.
I'm in America.
You have to. You're okay. Can you hear me now? Am I audible now? Okay. You are in Nigeria or America? America, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Ekpa is just one guy. You have to mute your mic so that you can hear me better.
Who, me?
Yeah, me.
Oh.
Okay. So Simon Ekpa is just one guy, and that loved Nigeria. He's passionate about Nigeria. He's passionate about making Nigeria to be as developed as America. He's also passionate, in such a way that he wants this country, the youth in this country, to be employed, to be economically viable, and, to be great. Just that one thing made him have issue with the government. The manners at which he goes about his passion, bringing it to reality, made him to have issues with the government. And as a result of that, Nigerian government declared him as, are you Yoruba? Because I cannot pronounce that in English. That's what I'm asking now.
No, I understand Yoruba, but yeah, I don't identify with any tribe.
Yeah, now, no, I cannot say that in English, considering Instagram. So I have to use another term. That's what I'm asking you. Because of that, the federal government of Nigeria consider him Bebon. Do you understand that Yoruba to that level?
Yes, I understand. Troublemaker, right?
Yes, the government of Nigeria consider him people that do like this, with the instrument in their hand. So as a result of that, they've considered him, terrorist. So, and
Are you
that
sure Ella can spell that?
Made him to be popular right now. So because the government has declared him as terrorist, ORIST. Since then, the government of Nigeria has been finding a way to bring him down. Now, one thing that is very unfortunate about his passion is that, as passionate as he is, do you know Nnamdi Kanu? Do you know Nnamdi Kanu? Jesus Christ.
Did you say Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. Do you know him?
I think I've heard the name somewhere before. I don't know.
Okay, let me describe that guy for you. You see, one of the guy that would have been the president of this country, that would have made our military system a robust system, that would have ensured. Do you know anything about Boko Haram in Nigeria? Okay. You see, the person that can solve Boko Haram issue in this country, that is so passionate to solve Boko Haram issue in this country, Nnamdi Kanu is one of those guys. Very passionate.
So, Boko Haram, is it a religious issue or what? Like, what kind of issue?
Okay, let me explain it to you. Do you know that there is a particular part of the country, there are some individuals in this part of this country that they believe that if you buy, do you understand what we say buy? Do you understand what it means?
Yes.
Eat person pie.
Okay.
Please make una come join me. I'm having sushi for dinner.
All right, thank you, Daddy.
You see the UK,
I see the UK.
See, I can't see you fresh. No,
Baba.
go back to Nigeria.
Now so with the fresh for here.
Oh my, you fresh die. Hey. You can see your age can reduce and get back to where you did cool FM.
Baba, when I still dey young.
The way that there is good for your body.
Thank you. I'm having some wasabi prawns. I mean wasabi sushi. Ngbadun.
So now, please, am I still audible considering the mic? Am I still audible?
Yes, you are audible. Everybody else should mute while Femi is talking.
Now, that Nnamdi Kanu I was talking about, Nnamdi Kanu is a guy that is very passionate about changing Nigeria for better. And because of that, Simon Ekpa became passionate at the same time.
Hold on 1 second, please. I'm coming. I'm listening.
Okay, so if Nnamdi Kanu is passionate about shaping Nigeria, Simon Ekpa saw a kind of individual that can save Nigeria in him, and he chose to take him as his leader, as someone that is an exemplary leader. So because of that, Simon Ekpa took the job where Nnamdi Kanu actually stopped. Because Nnamdi Kanu, the government had to take possession of him for the reason best known to them. So therefore, Simon took the job over from that area. So, and that is why the government was uncomfortable based on his passion. So now, the government of Nigeria, the government that, do you know someone called Bongoli? Do you know Bongoli?
No.
Are you still there?
I've heard of him, but
you know that guy we get one kind of big chest like this? Now Bongoli be his name. That guy was also as passionate as Simon. But the only difference between, because him, they carry shoo. But Simon, he always carry shoo. And at the same time, he always, use some kind of word we know they okay. Because of that, because he did something recently that is not actually okay. When he went to that country, they had no choice than to actually hold of him. Meanwhile, before now, they've actually arrested him sometimes in February 2023 based on this subject matter that is on ground. And that is why you see the news that came up about Simon Ekpa today. So if I make a summary, I would say that guy is a guy that is passionate about Nigeria, but choose not to be going through the right route to solve Nigeria problem. And that's why he has been running his mouth for a while. But it's as if that Bongoli, Lagos daddy, where they Abuja. Sure, you know the man with the Abuja. You know the person that they talk about.
You don't find trouble, Femi.
Now, okay, let me now talk officially. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually has been
Ewa
trying to
gel
ensure.
sushi.
Thank you. Has been trying to ensure that
Amy, somebody text me, they say, make I ask you, where do you smoke? Say, why your eye big and red like that?
my head is, no, maybe what's it called? I've been sleep for a while, so that's the reason.
Wasabi yẹn wọnú agbárí mi. Una know wetin they call wasabi. O ma wọnú agbárí ẹ.
Daddy, I saw your picture this morning, and I was like, Omo, it's like you don't need to actually come back to Nigeria.
I need to. Ibi yóò cheap rárá o.
What happened to Nigeria?
Nigeria don't feel that place. In fact, that if he's supposed to just do that country, they enjoy his life, they go.
No, the thing is that the weather difference. Nigeria is kind of hot, but UK is cold now, and being that it freeze has the nature of European nature, so it matches him immediately. Automatically, his body will change. Supposing you went there, UK during summertime, you might not see the difference, like that. But it's cool now, which is good for him, And the high blood pressure too. When you travel abroad, your high blood pressure will go down. It will rely, everything will just regulate.
I just didn't have the patience.
All that stress, all that Nigerian stress, go slow.
Come and taste what I'm eating.
All that horn, PPP, PPP, all those that Buruala on the road. Fear of somebody attacking you on the road.
I don't miss all those stuff, I swear.
Yeah. So for him now,
no, your own is there.
He's relaxing, enjoying freedom. Of course, his high blood pressure will go down. His skin will begin to replenish.
I just got the salmon. No.
Nepa, no, they take lights. Daddy, please, Nepa don't take lights. Is where he did there.
Never. Like no, they go.
For Nigeria, every morning you could worry to pay Nepa bill where you no use.
The one that we eat in Lagos, Abi.
Okay. What's up with that though? Like, why is there no electricity?
Let me leave one for you. Why is there no electricity in Nigeria?
Thank you.
Go and bring your plate.
Why is the electricity so high?
The thing is very nice. I've just been enjoying myself since.
Really asked that question.
It's just something I've always wondered. Like, what's up with that?
Like you said, what?
It's not a necessity.
It's not.
What was the question, please?
Why is there no light?
There's no light in Nigeria.
That one a big story. You see, what's it called? Nigeria. Nigeria is a country for normal people. Just that normal people they rule us for this country, and that is the only for this ice bash the answer for.
Just give
this country.
Make him look like say you don't give him at all.
Corruption is the mother of almost everything in this country.
Man. And I really enjoyed it too.
Very sad that we don't have leaders. Let me just put it that way. We don't have great leaders in our country. Just that was wondering, have you been to Nigeria at all? Because I need to start asking you those questions.
I haven't been in 10 years. I don't know what's going on anymore.
10 years? That's not too much.
Is it much different? Is it different? Someone was telling me Nigeria is different now.
So, we they live in Nigeria. That the freeze they live in Nigeria. So I think if you have to ask a question about this place now, try to put difference to it now. The freeze they live for Nigeria. Me they live for Nigeria. So are you talking
about? If I lived in Nigeria, if I was still in Nigeria, I would not like to live in Lagos.
Where would you like to live? Where would you like to live?
Honestly, maybe like Asaba or...
what tribe are you?
I said I don't identify with any tribe.
How can you not identify with that? What's your name?
I have different names from...
Where's your father? Where are your parents from?
My mom is Yoruba, my dad is Delta.
Which Nigerian language do you speak?
I don't speak any, but I understand Yoruba and I can speak Yoruba a little.
Okay. Mo ń gbádùn Ella.
What's that supposed to be?
I'm enjoying you.
I don't want problem.
I really enjoyed this sushi. I wish I bought more. So
you eat,
Ella,
you eat raw fish. Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, I can only use it once in a while.
How old are you, Ella?
I'm 30.
You are 30.
No, I'm 9. I'm 22.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
How come?
How can I be married at 22?
I thought you said you are 30.
No, I'm 22.
Oh, okay.
And what's special? You are not underage now. That's illegal. You're of illegal. So
Who am I supposed to marry? Who am I supposed to marry?
That refuse will find one for you.
Don't want to marry Mr. Kukumba.
No, that refuse will find
Mr.
one for you.
Kukumba marry Ella.
No.
You just
My cucumber is too big for Ella.
Ah. Ella doesn't mind.
She cannot handle me. She know.
Ella we no Simon Ekpa. She go just dey collect the Kukumba dey go.
She dey fear me now. She knows wetin I carry, she don't fit handle her.
that refuse, I think she's joking. It's possible for her not to know a person. I think she's just trying to put you.
I don't know him. I don't know him.
No, she's not lying.
Who is the president of Nigeria? Let me ask you, who is the president of Nigeria?
Added something to
It's Tinubu now.
quite oddly.
Who is the vice president of Nigeria?
It's just too hard to wear panties.
I don't know the vice president.
Who is the governor of your state?
I don't know.
Okay, who is the president of the country you are?
Well, he's not elected yet. Donald Trump, no. Well, he's elected, but he's not like in office yet.
Okay. Who is the governor of your state? The state where you are.
Mr. Kuba, Trump is the president again. No. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I was in his house on weekend. They are one of the organizations. They invited me to White House. I'll be going there on the 20th. I'll be going to.
I don't really care. I don't care because when he was president, it was kind of sweet. I'll be honest.
I'm going there. I'll be there on the other 18th or 17th, so that got traffic. There'll be a lot of traffic in Washington D.C. on 20th.
Oh, you're going to Washington? Okay.
Yeah, I'm invited. If you want to go, you can come to New York. I'll take you there. I'm driving anyway.
No,
the video where I shoot for a house. I don't know if that video will go viral on TikTok. The video just a trend everywhere.
Video where you shoot for who house?
Trump house.
Wait till carry you go Trump house.
Yes, I swear.
He was in New York by the weekend. Went to attend the kickboxing at Madison Square.
Oh, okay.
So I use that opportunity go here as I don't know if they will allow me enter. I was so surprised. I was so privileged to enter the place. They will allow me to make my noise. Where they do my video, they make noise. They don't even stop me. I said,
Me? All your videos.
Anyway, Ella and Mr. Cucumber, today we are talking about Nigerian politics. So when I go call us back later, make Femi talk about this Simon Ekpa with the catch. What is it? What's the implication to
The question was like, so for if people want to.
I never see this kind of thing before. Daniela. Babe.
Johnson will forget his foot.
Babe, this was the best sushi I've had in my life with the wasabi and everything. I wish I had bought more.
And you finished everything you gave me. Johnson.
But you didn't like now, so I told the children to give you out of their own.
You know, because I don't want to, because I don't, there are certain things I don't like to eat a day before. Jensen.
Cool a bad man. Go and rest with it. Me and your father will be with you. Olori buruku oloshi. Aredin olorun smell low. Me and your papa will be with you. They can see you on my live. Oh. They are seeing you. Okay. Daniela, come and serve your mom some wasabi. Ella the Duchess. We don't know politics. Oh yeah, Ronke. And you know, brother me. Femi. Instagram, once you are talking about anything with strong, small like this. Kilo pa ẹlẹ́rìn ìka ìwọ gẹ́ẹ̀lì ìka burúkú yìí. O fẹ́ máa fọmọ kékeré ẹlẹ́rìn.
No, it's really quite interesting. Nigerians now, do you expect her to know all the questions you were asking?
Èmi náà ní Gen Z lé ó yẹ kó ṣàmọ́ Simon Ekpa.
No.
Omo man, this cold weather na problem. I go Newcastle yesterday. Now, on the first time in my life, I experienced one kind of cold where they catch people for ear.
Or your forehead?
And my forehead is just itchy because my skin there is dry, so I need to use moisturizer. But it's itchy. It's very. As in, the weather I get as it be, no be. Oh, more that one, my ear won't break. I wanted to, and the weather, the temperature was -2. It was snowing. You saw the pictures.
Yeah.
It was snowing. I was playing with snow yesterday. You go just see calf. Snow go just cover them. As in my ear, they come they talk Canada. God forbid. That place now nonsense place. My wife making up her mind yesterday. My wife, they say, she like Canada. Almost after Newcastle.
Yeah, Canada or wherever, but obviously you target the weather now when you want to visit, not to leave.
No, you will visit. No, we can visit and do 2 weeks.
And I only visit now.
Anything will pass 2 weeks. All of you people say you love it. It's a lie. You don't love anything. Any choice. You can't pay any choice. Mama born lane. Love what?
I beg you.
That Newcastle one day okay. Anything we pass that one don't spoil. As in my ears, I was in pain. You know, say I get satellite ear. So my ear just they download the cold.
We can't freeze down for you.
Koshemiri. I wanted to run mad.
It's that cold there. Now, person whenever I enter, I'm not going to understand.
You don't go understand them.
You don't feel explain. To say.
Well, we went to a very lovely restaurant. Simply Vic and his wife took Taste Buds and I along with Remy to a very lovely restaurant. It was so nice. Mad steak. I really had fun. Come and bring your sushi. Let me show you how to do it. I promise I will not eat it. Not me buy it for now. I'm tempted to eat it, but I will not eat it. That sushi was so nice. It's just normal street sushi in London. You know, for this London, you go just the waka for road, you go see nice things. It's called wasabi. If you where do you live, Ronke?
Somewhere in the planet.
And yes, so bitter English, I feel like kidnapping.
Yeah, I don't trust you with Daddy Freeze. I don't trust you. You see, they are lying with government. I don't trust you.
No.
Which government? Please tell me.
Bring your plate. Or use my plate. Empty this, throw this away. Okay, let's talk about politics.
Yeah, I don't good with politics. I just know.
Now, politics, we want to talk about Simon Ekpa. What are your thoughts?
You see, the little I know about all these activists, Simon and what's the other guy, Kalu, is it Kalu? Yeah. I just know that they represent something, okay? And it depends on what you believe in, okay? Their activities, to someone like me, I might not really, fancy it, because anything that is dividing that country, some people supporting division, and for me personally, I know they buy them. You understand? For me, the personal opinion, I know they buy them. So no matter how how good you are in that area, being an activist and contributing, so I just feel like person just won't cause trouble. Even then, when sometimes I listen to what they stand for, I kind of want to support it, because it can be reasonable sometimes when you look at the reason they are fighting for. But like I said, it's my own biased opinion that anything we want to divide that place, now what it go
Now,
cause.
and a problem it will cause.
And a problem.
That's why I said it's not like I don't believe in the agenda, but I think they overdid it a little.
Even when the Yoruba they do what do they call themselves? What is that Yoruba one?
Yoruba Nation.
When they start that thing, to be honest, and they zero them completely from my mind. To tell you, say this is not about being Igbo or being Yoruba or being what they stand for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just anything when they divide that country, I know say no go anywhere.
Come.
We know they start our finishing. They good. People go just they go just fight people anyhow. They go rubbish everything. I know say they work. The only thing we go work is what they are already doing. Just giving everybody their state. Okay, say they fight for this, they give them their state. Okay, they go do it with yourself. You want your Yoruba state? Okay, give them or should give them or you give. Then they divide everything. If they make sense. Maybe we know where you understand what I'm saying. But anything that will take us back to that civil something, you understand that kind by everybody. Division will start. Even where they go, then will begin by them. Yoruba where they northern place, then will begin by them. Now the thing I know they support. So nothing where the guy they represent, then they stand for, when it will cause all this trouble. So that's why somebody like me, when you ask me, I don't buy it and I don't fancy it. But I understand them vividly, because sometimes I read their agenda, what they are fighting. I read it, I follow them, and I think they have a good point. But like I said, I'm still coming back to that same thing. My own opinion say the thing will just cause wahala. We will just expire ourselves. We will just bring that country back to -0 again. So I know they want. I not like. But you see that Simon Ekpa. I don't know whether that na age or say be 39. But in his activities and everything, they do like say they hold past the age. He's so determined. He behaves like somebody who's come to this world before. Like the kind of fight where they now where they fight. Now they stand for. No, you understand? Do you understand what that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he studied law. You know, I would also study law.
Yes.
And people who did that kind of career, they fear.
Yeah.
Especially to activism. You can continue.
So that's the way I see her. I they follow her. They see all his activities. The same thing with Kalu. I they like when people are, when they know what they stand for and they are really going for it. It's so good. But that is when the people you are fighting for, they are equally aligning what you're doing. Half of them are not even supporting what you are doing. The people you even fight for, no even. Some people go down collect money. The language go change immediately.
About that salad.
We go follow each other and reach the war front. Half don't collect money.
Be careful you where you're.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just don't buy it. I don't see us starting anything and finishing well. Anything where we don't fight for this country, even that end of SARS, what they call them. There are some people front end, but some people go collect money, just change voice immediately.
I just want to show and make it.
So Nigeria, when it comes to things like that, it's just make me say nothing will start with the finish well. People are easily bought out of all these activities. So these two guys, I respect what they stand for. I respect their boldness, their courage, the way they face the governments and everything. But this kind of country, hey, maybe we talk true. They end well. Government they two chancellors, they end well. And government knows, not be the government they easily chance also. Now we they sell ourselves to them.
Put it there like this.
Yeah.
Me and you go stand up, say today, oh, na 1 + 1 2 today. Before afternoon, you don't collect. The next thing you go, they tell me, say what I do no make sense again. And it has always been our story. I have never seen it change. Look, that time when they do Yoruba Nation, the same thing. Some people go sing one praise, then go form committee, then go do 1 minute, that will embezzle money, carry the money, go. This person, don't carry money, go. Everything is bulging down to money, go scatter everybody.
And pick a little bit of that.
So whether na Yoruba they do Yoruba state, whether na the Igbos they do Biafra state, nothing they end well. Greedy. Yes. Everybody they greedy. Self-centered. We can all start together, but we know they finish together.
It's nice, Abi. I should have bought for you.
So that's my own opinion about it. Not that I don't know what they do, not that I don't follow them. I know that the guy in Finland, from the news from today said they arrest him, all this, The one time for Kanu, the same thing. It's the same thing. The government don't they allow people to flex. They don't say you go become a threat to them and all that. They don't want you around. But my fear and so it has always been is your friend then will take catch you. The ways I be you, then will take catch you. Yeah. So if you see where I'm coming from, not that I don't respect them, not that I don't respect what they stand for, not that I don't understand what they do, whether I be Yoruba or be Hausa, it don't even matter. I know what they are standing for, I know what they stood for in the past and everything, but like I still say, they end well for that country.
Yes, I love mission. All I said, I love your submission is because you were talking from experience, you were talking from purity, place of knowledge. And that's why I think I respect.
I think everybody should mute while Femi is talking. Ronke, mute. Let me too mute. Femi, continue.
All right. Thank you, Daddy Freeze. I said, so that let me try to make a repeat of what I said so that you can get it. I said, I actually respect your submission, not for any other reason, just because you are speaking from the place of knowledge, you are speaking from the place of experience and the place of maturity. Because I've come to understand that youth in Nigeria, maybe the Gen Z, one thing about them is that they always they are eager to transform the country using another means. Whereas, that means they are trying to actually explore, has been explored. It has never had any positive results. So why should we still keep going to that route? So, and that's why I said I appreciate your submission. For the sake of people who never actually understand what she was saying and why Simon was actually arrested, let me try to give some highlight to it. The first reason why he was arrested was because they claim he was actually inciting violence. Yeah. And especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria, and they saw that as a threat to even the international system, the global system, because the terrorist can be an arm to other countries, especially, don't forget that as what we call dual citizenship. He is a citizen of Finland, he's a Finnish, he's also a Nigerian. And that's why they believe that if this guy is doing things like this in Nigeria, definitely he can replicate what he's doing in Nigeria, in Finland. And they've also seen him making different kind of video when he's actually inciting violence. And that is one reason for why they actually got him
Spell out
arrested.
the word VIO so that we don't get into trouble.
Okay. And that's why, they took him to that place he actually went to. The second thing is that they got him and took him to that place because they will be told that he's financing some people to carry out certain activity. And they are those two major points they have against him. Now, should they have gotten him to that area? The answer is yes. But who should have done it better? Honestly, it should have been the Nigerian government. Why did the government try not to do that? Because if the government has done that, especially the current president we have right now, people will give that action an ethnic coloration. They will say, oh, it's because he's not a Yoruba man. That's why they arrested him. Or that's why they took him to that place. Sorry. That's why they took him to that place. They will say, oh, it's because he's not a Yoruba man. That's why they took him to that place. Don't forget that there is another guy, Namdi Kano, that is still in that place. And they are going to give you that coloration. And that can cause imbalance, to the system we have right now. So I wouldn't want to really blame President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for not taking that bold action, considering the architecture we have in the country right now. Now, there is something I want people to understand. Activism is good. There is no reason why we should not appreciate our activists. But at a particular point in time, we need to also pay attention to some details. I don't see reason why you cannot be a citizen of another country. It's a choice. However, it's dangerous to be following people who have life elsewhere. Why he is trying to scatter the place for only people that they only have that place as their main and final option. I think it's high time we start making that as a topic. That because it is to look at the record of Simon, he has double citizenship dual citizenship one. Number Simon also married a Finnish, women living in Finland and also have their citizenship. That means if everything go otherwise, now we go, face the music, and Oga go just, rapidly leave the country and go elsewhere. That's number one. And I think it's important for us to start having that as a topic. That don't make your passion to change Nigeria now get to a level whereby we want to scatter the security architecture of the country. We cannot afford to have that in this country called Nigeria. Number two is that looking at this, if you look at it very well, another challenge we have at the country is that Ekpa is saying that there should not be any activity on Monday. He's saying that in the southeast, there should not actually be what we call economic activity. If you go to the whole of southeast, you cannot see anything on Monday. Now, the question is, Monday is the first the first day for serious economic activity. Simon, who is trying to enforce that, has a life elsewhere. Whereas many people who live in that area, they don't actually have another life. And that's why I said I agree with you, but that it's high time Nigeria starts reasoning. Who are you following? You are following someone who has a life somewhere. Why you are in a place whereby if you don't trade, you don't have a life. So looking at all the impact Simon Ekpa is having on our security architecture in Nigeria, the impact Simon Ekpa is also, what is projecting to the world. I support the activity of the Finland government. They should take him to that place. They should provide sufficient, and I think this is where we should also talk about now. It's very important for them not to only accuse him. It would be great to also provide sufficient evidence so that they will be able to charge him to where he should go. Because it is going to be a child play if after they are doing, even the government of Nigeria is trying to do that. However, I don't think they are allowing it at this moment. So it's very important that the Finland government should do everything necessary to gather evidence and, take him to court. And if they go to court and that guy find his way out, honestly, I think it will be more powerful. And I'm not saying, this movement you're talking about, I don't see it ending very soon. So let me just take a pause there so that I will not monopolize the conversation.
We have a brother who just joined us. Brother, what are your thoughts on what Femi said?
Hello, Daddy Freeze. Good morning, good evening, everybody.
Good morning.
Femi has really said most of the thing that I wanted to say, but I'm going to add something of my own opinion. I'm Igbo, right? And to be sincere with you, I don't support what that guy has been doing. He's been able to indoctrinate a lot of people that are so close to me to an extent that they actually donate to whatever cause, which is disheartening. I'm talking about my dad. This guy has been able to indoctrinate my dad and a whole other people like that. I was the one that broke the news to my dad this morning. I had to call him and tell him, your guy has been arrested. My dad is a believer of this so-called Biafra thing. I am not in any way a believer of it because they started very bad. If you want a country, there is a way you go about it. You go about it the right way, not violence. You know, take it to UN, try to do whatever you have to do so that they can make us have some kind of whatever it is called. You know, most Igbo people don't even support this. Do you know when they shot themselves on the leg? Was when they started this sit-at-home thing.
Yeah.
That even the most powerful people in the land are scared to do whatever they want to do in their land.
Yes.
All these governors, their weddings and whatever, they go to Abuja. You know, it's so sad that these people just come out of nowhere and just start a cause. I'm not against activism, right? Tell me, I'm pretty sure Nnamdi Kanu and what's his name, Ekpa, I'm pretty sure they didn't experience the war. They didn't experience it. My mom experienced it. My mom told me news. These same people, these same Biafra soldiers raped a lot of Eastern women.
Just say RAPED.
Oh, sorry.
Please, I beg you can't use that word.
RAPED. Yeah, I'm sorry. RAPED a lot of women that is Igbo, like them. These same people, if you are presumed a kind of SPY, they bury you alive. My grandfather was buried alive. And you tell me to support something like this. My great-grandfather, rather, from my mother's side, was buried alive. Because they believe it's a standard for a cause that is nothing. I've been saying it since the inception when they started. I said anything termed Biafra is dead on arrival. And I will do whatever it takes to make it dead on arrival.
Just say bye.
Pie on arrival, sorry. It's so sad. I'm not saying people should not follow any kind of course, but when you now start scamming people and doing a lot of things that are not meant to be. Look at all these guys. Look at their lifestyle. They live a luxurious lifestyle. The MNC. Not befriending the guy they were.
Yes, now you are right.
Living on people's money.
You are right.
You know? And you are now telling me, I mean, I'm so happy. It's just sad that they might release him. Because you know he has been arrested before. He has been taken to that place before. And they left him. Yeah. I think that was about 2 years ago or thereabouts.
I think it's just a strategy. You know, he appears to be above the government. And it seems that anything is up, no one is attacking. So I think can you miss your that's my
please mute. I'd like to bring some when you are done, Femi and Ronke, please, I want you to leave so I can bring Igbo people. I want to bring Henry the Great and Samaria because this is an Igbo conversation. Then I'm bringing you back, Femi, after they're done. But I want them to have an opportunity to also express themselves. Go on with what you are saying.
All right. What were I saying? Okay. I said that, you know, looking at what the guy is doing, I think they were actually doing that because of the fact that he appeared to be living above the government. He appears to be above the government. And if they are not doing anything to curtail him, honestly, that guy can go extra mile to do anything he likes and he wanted. And I think that is why they actually take that action against him. Now, you see, the matter of secession we're actually talking about, I think I partially support it. Looking at the way this country has been operated, I don't see us, progressing in certain direction with the way they combine all of us together as a country. Especially there is a certain region in this country that they seems to be the big, they have the population, but they are not really contributing economically to the progress of this country. So I see a reason why we should actually go for that secession. But the question is, how are we going about it? I think that is the first question. How are we even going about the secession? Now, look at it now. Nigerians, we always wait for every election time before we can make a bold statement. But after the election, we don't make bold statements. Now, there are certain things about this country that should be a topic. Even like this regional government now that Chichi rules, I believe that there should be responsible organization and individuals who are pushing this, and they are bringing intelligent conversation on ground so that the government and all relevant stakeholders, even they can mount pressure on the lawmakers. Because let me tell you, where we're having issue as a country is actually from the Senate, both the Green Chamber and the Red Chamber. There are some things that if these guys don't infect at the Green or Red Chamber, we cannot feel the impact as a country. Why are we always divided when national matters, are of a great essence for us? Right now, I have not seen Nigerian united for intellectual or intelligent conversation. The only time we always feel the heat of youth in this country is when people want to vote for Mr. A, or when they want to vote for Mr. B, or when they want to vote for Mr. C. Whereas the change we need in this country is not limited to Mr. President alone. It's all about people at the Senate level, at all levels. Yeah, thank you. It's all about people at all strata of government. And if we are not making certain things a big discussion, we having a referendum, we having conferences, the national conference, and bringing all these as an element of voting a particular personality in this country, honestly, I think we are yet to be ready for the anticipation area. All right, then please let me leave so that you can bring that person you actually want to bring.
All right, John, I want to bring you just for 5 minutes because I know you are very passionate about this topic, so I don't want you to go out of hand because of Instagram censorship and all that. So what are your thoughts? Before you go, Femi, I want you and John to have this conversation. What are your thoughts? Simon Ekpa arrested. What are your thoughts?
First and foremost, I don't agree with Femi that there is any part of Nigeria that is not contributing economically. I know he was referring to the northern Nigeria. The northern Nigeria is contributing as much as every other part of Nigeria. When people say this, I just look at them and laugh. If those guys when they cut down food supply to the southeast during the Civil War, what happened? Those people are, let's stop, when we make statements like this, that's what gives some people like the dude that was arrested the audacity to feel that other regions are useless. And I don't believe in that. Nigeria, every part of Nigeria is as economically viable as the other. Let's stop saying all these things. Let me tell you something. A lot of people think that oil belongs to the Niger Delta. No. The North has a large stake in the oil that we have in Nigeria. You know why?
Go ahead, why?
70% of our oil is offshore. True or false?
True.
And the reason why we have that large international water is because of the North. Your international water is a mirror image of your landmass. That is why Cameroon, Ghana does not have as much as large international water in that bite of Bonny. So let's stop saying that the North is not contributing, the North is contributing. They're contributing a lot. Same as the South, same as the Southeast, same as the West. Because things like this that we see is what makes the likes of this dude that was arrested to come out with impunity and do all the things he does. For me, personally, I am in support of one strong, united Nigeria, where every state acts as a truly federal state, controls its resources, and contributes a quota to the federal government. When people come out and say that some regions are not viable, that's what brings all this divide. For me, I know a lot of people think I'm in support of the guy that was arrested. No, I can't be in support of someone who has turned the Southeast into a trap. If you ask me, they should repatriate him to Nigeria and release Nnamdi Kanu and keep him in prison. They should replace him with they should release Nnamdi Kanu for us and keep him there.
What are your personal thoughts on Nnamdi Kanu, John?
My personal thought is that when he started way off. He started way off. I don't believe in someone coming out openly to insult other tribes. You can have your reservations about them, but you don't have any right to insult them. Because the truth is that before becoming an Igbo man, I am first a human being. If to say the day when they born me, my mama and Daddy Free's mama did the same hospital. They switch us. I would have grown up a Yoruba man. You would have grown up an Igbo man. So I bet we are born with a clean slate. You are born tabula rasa. So there's nothing. I don't believe in all these things. So for me, I believe he started way off, but with time, he started realizing the harm what he did is doing to the people he is fighting for. And that is why you see him, he has taken another turn. I believe that if Nnamdi Kanu is released, Nnamdi Kanu will change what he's fighting for into a political force that will take over the Southeast and demand rightfully, legally, what the Southeasterners want. Honestly, for me, I feel that the guy that was arrested is way off, and that's the difference. That's what you see. And if you look at critically, you will realize that is what we lack in Nigeria: education. The difference we don't have. I don't believe we have any tribe. We have illiterate and educated people, and the poor and the rich. Because Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu was acting from the standpoint of a similarly educated person. But this Simon dude, it does not know A plus B. He's just some.
But Simon is apparently a lawyer, so.
Which lawyer? Which kind of lawyer? Lawyer? I don't understand. What lawyer? Native lawyer. If you're in court that defends that someone is speaking like that, will you let him defend you? And the truth is that this guy is not even Igbo. And I don't know who he's fighting for. He has turned the Southeast into a place where, and this, I also blame the Southeastern leaders who, instead of addressing the core problem of our societies, they are busy doing lavish burials and drinking expensive drinks. That's all our leaders can do. That's all our leaders can do these days. In as much as I have never supported Ifeanyi Ubah because he's my senator representing Anambra South. In as much as I never supported him, there are key things Ifeanyi Ubah did in the Southeast that you will see that this is born out of passion and love for his people. If you go to Nnewi, you will realize that Ifeanyi Ubah single-handedly mounted CCTV cameras in Nnewi and had the central control units where they are being monitored. Just because he has to go from party to party drinking Louis 13. I really don't understand.
Okay. Well, I think John made a lot of sense. with a submission, just that I wouldn't want to agree 100%. You see, there is a difference between someone has a potential of something and someone has been doing it. We need to understand that. The Niger Delta has been well known for the exploration and the refining of our crude oil. And whether you like it or not, the Niger Delta has long, rich history in that area. They just discovered the oil deposits in the north you were talking about maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
That's not what I was talking about, Femi.
Okay, what were you talking about?
Femi, this is my field. You can't argue.
No,
Femi, listen. Can you listen to me? Listen to me. I said, the oil in Nigeria, 70% of our oil is offshore. In our international waters. And the reason why we have that large international waters is because of the landmass in the north. Your international waters is kind of similarly a mirror image of your landmass. That is why if you look at the Bight of Bonny, Nigeria has the largest part of the Bight of Bonny, and that is where the crude oil is. The crude in Equatorial Guinea is in their own Bight of Bonny, but it is very little because Equatorial Guinea is small. The crude oil in Ghana is in their own Bight of Bonny, but it's very little because their land mass is small. So if we don't have the north, we won't have that land mass to have that large offshore oil. Do you understand?
Yes.
Land operations is, nobody calls land operations anything. That's why if you look at Shell, SPDC, they have SPDC and SNEPCO. Those in SNEPCO are the real Shell guys. SPDC is just land operations. You know they call them anything. Shell East and Shell West. You know they call them anything. SPDC is the main deal because that's where the bulk of the oil comes from. You get it? So let's stop assuming that this party is not doing their bit. This party is not doing their bit. If they not stop supplying food to the Southeast, we won't survive. The West and the Southeast will not survive without their food.
No, this is what we are now saying. When we are talking about economic contribution, I think you are talking about the ideal. The ideal is that if we look at the geography of Nigeria, if we look at how the north, the west, and the south can contribute, honestly, it's not really bad for us to be all together. And that would be of great advantage for us. There is no doubt about it. But when
I want to ask you, Femi, do you believe, all of you here, do you believe Nigeria would be better as one, or do you think the agitations of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa with regards to the creating of the Biafra state would be in the interest of Nigeria as a whole?
Okay,
Should I go first?
Let's start from the top. Everybody go.
I want to run, so I will go first. I'm going to say what I want to say.
All right.
I believe Nigeria is better as one with the right set of leaders. And I think this can be possible by, let me put it this way, by every region reconciling at differences with some kind of maybe national conference. I know we've had all these things way back, but it's actually those ones didn't work. But if we can make one of those national conferences work, Nigeria is far better as one. I'm telling you, and take it or you leave it. Some people might be saying some region is marginalized. I mean, the context of marginalization, do you know what it really means to be marginalized? It means you will, like I'm Igbo, and I'm stating this is my opinion. Igbos believe they are being marginalized. If truly they're being marginalized, they won't be appointed as leaders top. Igbo men have been Senate leaders, and these current governments appointed a lot of Igbo ministers. So what are we talking about? If we have been marginalized, we won't even have all those things.
Yes.
I I believe we are better as one. We should just reconcile all those little differences that can make us live as one with the right set of leaders. Thank you.
All right. John, what are your thoughts?
Let it freeze. Like the guy just said, I don't believe that Igbos are not marginalized. The Igbos are politically marginalized. Okay? The Igbos are politically marginalized. And that is why you see, listen, after the Civil War, there have been something about other tribes and against, mostly the North against the Igbos, because the Civil War was an outcome of events. And those events were tribal. And since then, the Igbos have been politically marginalized. In the sense that they don't want to give some very key positions to Igbos just because they don't trust them. But honestly, I don't even care if we are politically marginalized or not. There is something we know how to do best, and that is controlling the economic activities of Nigeria. Let's focus on that. We are businessmen. Let's focus on that. I don't care about politics. Anybody who feeds off politics is a thief. Anybody who takes politics as a career is a thief. We are businessmen, and we are doing good in business. We are the best. So let's focus on that and develop the Southeast and make the Southeast habitable. Are we politically marginalized? I believe we're politically marginalized. I'm coming to what your question that is. I believe that Nigeria will function properly as a one big, strong, united Nigeria. The only time Nigeria had a proper economy was when we had the regional system of government that states, regions were allowed to manage their resources and contribute a small quota to the federal government for policing and military. I don't feel that dividing Nigeria will go, because I am of the opinion that our problem is not with the tribe. Our problem is between the poor and the rich, the thieves and the civilians and the citizens. And the North, which is one of the people who always disagree when we want to make laws that will protect Nigerians, just like this tax law that Tinubu wants to pass, that the North is kicking against. One part of the law insists that the taxes you make from a product should be spent only in the places you make those taxes from. And I know why that is a very brilliant law. I agree with this administration on that. Because if the North say you will not drink beer in the North, they stop getting money from the taxes from Nigerian breweries.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
If you say you will not drink beer in the North, they stop getting taxes from Nigerian breweries. If we bring the taxes from Nigerian breweries, we keep it aside. The states that don't drink beer will not get it. The states that consume the beer will get it. That's a fantastic idea. But that's why the North is kicking against it. Now, I don't believe that the problem with the North is because they are Northerners. I believe it's because they are not properly educated. Because if you had educated Northerners, bro, I live in the UAE, which is a more Muslim country than the North. They are not more Muslim than the Arabs that invented Islam. But I can drink beer in the UAE and pay taxes, heavy taxes on it, and for government to build road and police me. They cannot, the UAE cannot say you cannot drink beer in the UAE. And some Emirates, like there's some Emirates that are purely Islamic that ban it, don't get taxes from it. So I agree with this administration on that 100%. And I think it's just because the problem with the North is not because they're not an education. Most of them are Almajiris. Most of these people that make laws for them were Almajiris before they became lawmakers. That is the problem the North has. I feel the biggest problem the North has is not religion, it's education. Because Saudi Arabia is an Islamic country. The UAE is a progressive Islamic country. Islam is not a limitation to progress. Illiteracy is a limitation to progress. So that's just my take on it.
Okay, John, thank you very much. Let me bring another set of people. God bless you. Everybody enjoyed your opinion on this.
They should release Nnamdi Kanu and put this man in that same cell where Nnamdi Kanu is. Same cell, same bed. They should put him there. They should release Nnamdi Kanu for us.
It's going to be interesting. We want to see what happens, whether Finland will actually extradite him to Nigeria.
I think they're going to repatriate him. I think so. I think so.
All right, bro. God bless you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Femi. What are your thoughts?
All right. I actually listened to John, and he made a lot of sense. Like I said, yes, he made nice submission. The reason why I said I'm going to support this decision of a thing is because, yes, Nigeria is a country with varied culture. Yes, for instance, now we have up to 250 ethnic groups in this country with over 500 indigenous languages in this country. If anyone would have asked me, they would say, okay, America is also diverse as country like Norway, they are also diverse as us. But you know what made a difference in our own? We are too traditional country that us always evolving every time. In Nigeria, we are so static that the archaic method we are used to in the 1980s, 1970s is still what we are applying right now. Let's first look at it from the educational perspective. If you check the educational rate of the Northerners, you will realize that the number of people who are educated in North, their statistic is lower to those who are actually educated in the West and the southern part of Nigeria. And because of this set of individuals, especially the Northerners, they still believe that they are meant to actually rule us. And when they are meant to rule us, they are using that population as an advantage over us. In fact, when it comes to resource sharing in this country, they still take bulk of our resources for them to develop their own region. And as a result of that, is why the Easterners, they are claiming that they are taking bulk of their resources. The revenue from their resources is what they are taking to develop their region. If you check what the Northerners bring to table, and you compare it to what the Easterners bring to table, you will realize that the gap is too wide.
I am driving.
No problem. You are Igbo, so I want to hear from as many Igbos as possible. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. You mean the woman below, right?
No, you continue what you are saying, Femi, when you are ready.
So if Northerners that bring to table, you compare to what the Easterners are bringing to table, you will realize that the Easterners and Southerners, we are even depending more on them than the Northerners. So because at the end of the day, when they take this, okay, if you look at this Ogoni land of a thing, you realize that while they are making a lot of money from that region, they are not even developing that region. So if they are going out of extension and each region are taking on what they have, and they have to take care of it, and they are able to develop their region, is it not better for them to be different than for us to be united? They are taking the resources of one region, they are taking it, and they are still managing it.
Daniela.
Is even they can and Simon Ekpa, they keep fighting for Biafra. Now why they always take their resources and that's number one. Number two is that they are their lives. Look at it in Nigeria. Ever since Nigeria has been a country, one of the regions that keeps struggling power remains the southeastern part of Nigeria. And the reason why they're having that problem as an issue is nothing because of the fact that they don't have the population like the North. Why they are able to be sidelining the Eastern country is true because we don't have the population that they can to win other regions. So if let's divide so that at the end of the day, please can you please mute your mic, sister? Please mute your mic.
Everybody mute your mic.
are now saying that because we don't have full control of our resources, and these northerners who have the population are taking advantage of that. Let's start to stand alone. It is not the Igbo, as they said, they want to stand alone. The Yoruba nation also said they want to actually stand alone. Now, you would have talked about regional government. We try regional government. We are practicing regional government before we go into this Republic of a thing. It was not working. In fact, that was what even the great Ladoke and Awo were having as a conversation. They said, looking at it, it appears that it is the eastern part of Nigeria that produces the palm oil and the western that produces the cocoa. They seem to be that it is their resources they are using to build the nation. And as a result of that, this is bringing a lot of maltreatment from us. In fact, that was when the likes of Awolowo, Ladoke, and Ojukwu or somebody from the southeast, they wanted to form alliance together so that they would be able to win the north. Unfortunately, politics happened to them. They couldn't win the north. And that was how everything, we went back to where we are. If we are having this problem of poor exploration of our resources, if we keep having poor exploitation, and the usage of our resources, there is nothing bad if a region says, let's move out of Nigeria. A government that does not want people to have peaceful, let me note it down, peaceful secession. Peaceful secession is another thing we should understand. Secession is in two ways. We have a secession that go through the constitution and through the referendum. And we have a secession that go through the GUN. We are not talking about secession of GUN. We are talking of a secession because some Nigerians don't understand when we are talking about secession. The thing when we are talking about secession, that secession is all about GUN. Secession is not all about GUN. It's about having national conferences, having wide consultation, having vote of confidence, and the lawmakers you and I we are voting for going to the Senate, the Green and the Red Chamber, having this conversation, passing it into bill, creating a bill, passing it into law, and automatically we peacefully defect from Nigeria. Now, if we have secession in Nigeria through constitution, it does not mean that we are not going to have international ties. Because many people don't understand what they're talking about when they're talking about secession. Secession is not EVIL. Secession is GOOD if it is done constitutionally. So what we should be talking about is how can we have secession constitutionally in Nigeria? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How can we do it? Let the youth of this country channel their energy into making the right topic a subject matter. Let's stop using the ethnicity divide, etc., to be creating a problem in our society. We have a lot of intellectual topics we should be talking about, and we should be asking our representative at the Red Chamber and the Green Chamber on what they are doing about it. So to me, if we go through the constitutional route, just like the UK, they had the Brexit constitutionally, it is not bad if we demand for secession constitutionally, because we've tried one form of governance in this country. Let me list it for you. We've tried military, it no work. We tried regional government, it no work. We tried the democratic government, it no work. If it no work, let's Kukuma try our possible best to try the one that we want. Let every region have full control on their resources. And Shikena, we should be using visa to enter the north. We should be using visa to enter the west and the west. So far, we have bilateral. There is something they call bilateral trade agreement. So far, there is robust bilateral trade agreement. I don't see why such a thing will be a negative for the country. So let me allow other people to talk.
Hi, Femi. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Hi, Daddy Free. Daddy Free.
Chichi Obama, put your video. Want to see your face.
Okay, so
If not for the fact that I'm really enjoying this topic, my wife don't say make I go sleep. Say I'm tired. I say lie. Oh, this topic will see I'm to the
Me
end.
too. I'm enjoying it. I'm not Igbo though, but I quite agree with Femi on this. The part that I agree with John is the educational aspect. The problem of the North is education. That's, I think, and it's affecting everything that they're doing, is affecting their thought process also, But for every other thing, this would also bring us back to the kind of structure we have when it comes to leadership. If we've always have a leader that's all inclusive, I don't think these groups of them, Simeon and Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think they will ever be giving birth to. But because they've always felt that they were marginalized, which is true. And like the other guy said, he said his dad has already been taken by Simeon. That's because maybe his dad experienced the civil war and he has lived through it and see how the Igbos are not getting what they should be getting. That's why at his dad's age, so a young guy was able to convince the father that let's do this. You understand? So I think this goes back to the kind of leaders that we've had so far. And then now we have the Northerners. The other guy was saying, oh, they also contribute. Nobody's saying they don't contribute, but what are they contributing? What's the ratio of what they are contributing? You can't compare it to what every other region is bringing in. About the tax, you don't consume alcohol, but you share in our taxes. And I know that this bill, as it's been kicked back by the North, and they would have it. And if they have their way again, if you still make people think, these other tribes think, why are the Northerners always having their way? When, as a matter of fact, what are they bringing? They are bringing food. Which food? Tomatoes and beef, onion and pepper. Because all the other local food we eat, the North does not supply that to us. Those are grown by ourselves. Our vegetables don't come from the North. Even the Igbos, how many tomatoes do they consume? They are big on vegetables. So the other regions are being treated. That's facts. They are being treated. It's not like I'm supporting it, but I'm just saying the way they went about it, that's just the problem of it. And Nigeria being one, I think it will kind of be delusional to think that Nigeria would actually be one. I don't think it will ever be one happy family like we want it to be. Realistically speaking, it will never be one happy family. Because so far, we've never had any leaders that want it to be one happy family. So why do we want to keep deceiving ourselves? The problem is the way they went about it was the problem. You can't do a sit at home. People are not free to do what they want to do just because you're angry at the government. So the way they went about it is the problem. And I believe the Eastern leaders are also not helping, because they should be able to stand up for their people and say, okay, we've had enough. This is what we want. Okay, we don't want these guys to do this sit at home. How do we make them stop it? Let's come to the table. Let's agree. Okay, give us also percentage when it comes to governance or Senate or whatever it is. Why can't we have the same amount of representation when it comes to giving out all these offices? Why? So I think the Eastern leaders are also a big part of it, because they are not standing for their people, which is maybe greed or whatever it is, but they are not standing for their people, because if they are standing for their people will be able to be like, okay, yes, we have leaders representing us. If we want this, we get it. So we don't need to do this sit at home, or we don't need to be aggressive or do this, extra things that they are doing now. So that's just my opinion, though. Dividing, which is also not possible or not also going to come easy, but I'm on that side. I think that would, Igbos, take care of yourself. Yorubas, let's just go. Let them not take care of themselves too. Because do you believe that, okay, Fupre is in Delta State, right?
Yes.
But whether they are provost or wanting would always be a Northerner. Even in PTI, would always be a Northerner. You see high-ranking offices in Fupre and in PTI. They're from the North. Do you understand? So if the Robos were like the Igbos, trust me, there will be another kind of uproar from the Robos to say, no, we can't have this in our land. And then you see another kind of Nnamdi Kanu rising up to say, no, we've had enough. We can't have this in our land. Northern, stay in your side. Let's take care of our side. So I just think the Nnamdi, they went about it, adding that sit at home, that was a no-no. I think they could have done better with it, saying that they are both enlightened, as they said they are lawyers, right? They are both enlightened and educated. I feel a referendum would have been better, bring that up. But maybe they didn't have the support of their leaders, the Igbo governors, maybe, but we don't know. But I just feel they went about it wrongly. But one happy Nigeria, I don't think that's ever going to happen in real world, in real time.
When they voted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Bongoli and the like, when they voted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we're expecting that things will change for better when it comes to resource control and everything in the country. It went from worse first in the country. Now, one of those things that we're talking about right now is derivation principle. Like, okay, if a region, if we're exploring resources in a region, let's have the 13% principle, whereby that region 13% of the proceed, and other region will share it. But what they do, the northerners say, if they say no, the problem is that as the infrastructure of those regions they are taking resources from, has it improved over time? The answer is no. Or is it not better for you to let these people have autonomy over the... So if the president or other Nigerians don't want secession, then the way to go is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should solve some of our foundational issues. The first one is ensure that as a country, we are in this Nigeria, as a country, you are able to grant the state the autonomy.
Yeah, to take care of itself, state policing and all those stuff, yeah.
We don't have state policing. We don't have state caring and fending for itself based on the resources they have in the state. Like today, since the oil boom era till date, we are still depending on oil.
Yeah.
Why are we depending on oil? Maybe we have the lack of bauxite, gold, iron in the north. How have they been able to industrialize their region to now make Nigeria a better place to be? So if we don't want secession, if Nigerians say we don't want secession, can we now start making the president, the governor, the local government chairman, the councillor to be responsible for their actions and their inactions? We cannot always come on board. Okay, look at it now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been there for many years now, maybe 1.5 years. We had the electoral system, election. We have had election in Ondo, Edo, whatsoever. Has anything... Nothing has changed.
Nothing.
And that's why I'm agreeing with my sister that how we should talk about having inclusive governance.
Yeah.
And the only way we can even have inclusive governance is that who are the right people at the right place? That's not the question.
True.
Look, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been going about the electioneering, they even have confidence to tell us that they will even make Nigeria a one-party system. That's our leaders are not even they are not even concerned about us.
Yeah. And that's why this agitation, even more, may come up in the future. Because the truth is, NSAS is something like this. We just want a better life. Do you understand? We just want something better. You guys can't keep cheating us. It doesn't make sense, So as long as the leaders keep doing what they're doing, this will keep going on.
Exactly. Look at it. In the same Nigeria, now we also strike. The same Nigeria, now we insecurity. The same, now they always, what's it called? Kenny, you may need to learn to understand what is actually the critical issue in Nigeria right now. If you have actually been in Nigeria, you will know that why some people are agitating for secession in this country. You will know that it's because they live in this country for years and their life has not improved.
Yeah.
It is there you will work for 35 years. It is in Nigeria you work for 35 years. You go still go church to be praying to get your pension, to get your gratuity. So what are you telling me? You are out of Nigeria, you are advising people waiting in Nigeria on what to do. You will be in Nigeria. Have you not seen that from Nigeria we collect gratitude and they will go and make testimony that they collect their gratitude?
Chichi Obama, what are your thoughts?
My network, guy.
Chichi Obama.
I know, but the little I know about economics, I'm gonna say it. And
Very good.
So I was saying regional government with comparative advantage, where we can, get from each other whatever we are lacking, and then we have a central government where every region will
like the old region, yeah.
Yes, that's my take on it, because obviously, as Femi rightly said, we've tried all forms of government and it's surely not working. So Nigerians, let's face the fact, we are very tribalistic. We are very, very tribalistic. So that tribalism, if we can divide it, is going to make everybody go in competition. So the process of that competition, everybody want to be the best of their own, and then the best will come out of it. That's as per that, what's the guy's name? The Finland guy. He's not Igbo. He's not Igbo. People should understand that guy is not Igbo. He's from. No, he's not. So people should stop tagging him as Igbo. He's not. That guy is not Igbo.
Which one? The one wearing red? The one that wore red?
No. I'm talking about what's the guy? The one that they are. The one that.
Oh, Simeon. Oh, he's not Igbo. Where is he from?
He's not Igbo. He's Efik or something.
Oh.
Yeah. So people should stop. First of all, they need to stop saying he's Igbo. He's not Igbo.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he was Igbo also.
He's just using Biafra to make money, saying all kinds of BS. He used it. He got, it could be a little emotional sometimes when people, when people bring, what is it called? Biafra into things. A lot of all these people that, experienced it. So most people got into it. So I would say they should extradite him. He needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
He needs to go to jail for treason, if it's possible.
Yeah.
So they say Bongoli is here. I'm gonna take my leave because I'm not.
No.
No.
No, Bongoli is not coming. Bongoli want to come and campaign here. That's what he want to come and do. He should not come here to do campaign. It's not a campaign time.
He can't campaign anything because there's nothing to campaign about. Every effort has everything about Tinubu is. I actually initially I so much believed in Tinubu initially because I believed he has a good economic experience, but the guy is borrowing so much money. I'm not too good at politics.
Bongoli is here, Daddy Freeze. He said he's ready. I saw his comments.
Let me leave. So Bongoli.
Maybe the two ladies will leave.
Yeah, let me leave. So Bongoli.
Chichi Obama, you come back. Oh.
All right, Sam.
All right. God bless you, sis. I'm proud of you. Femi, like how she analyze everything. She gets sense.
Complete sense. Yeah.
I not believe say you go get that kind of sense. I thought you were going to come and give us a Simon Ekpa is Ramsey Noah's younger brother.
Daddy Freeze, you don't rate your people.
Which my people?
Are we not your people? You're not rate. Them say you not rate Chichi Obama before now.
I rate Chichi Obama.
Huh? Were you here before? When he was actually, when Daddy Freeze was actually asking a lady who Simon is, and she cannot comprehend that question. Were you here when he was asking?
I was on the live, yeah.
So he was actually talking about that lady. He's talking about that.
Daddy Freeze is not nice.
See how this lady in green was able to give us a simple and brief analysis. In fact, I'm very sure police writing those points down.
32 so for business class.
Yeah, Bongoli is ready for you.
You come and bring all those facts, put numbers. We don't care about the numbers no more. Let them
show your work.
We are tired of you putting numbers together. Show the work.
Okay.
Numbers.
Oh yeah, let me bring Bongoli.
Now. He's ready. Let me leave for him so he can come and put his numbers
together
and talk all kinds of. They put all those. Now they don't even go in billion no more. They have entered into trillions. It's so annoying and so. Oh my God! I wish I was a man, bro.
You see, some of you know what's it called does not actually understand why we went to the level of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My sister, it needs to talk about the reason why we have agitations in Nigeria. And that's why we say it's very important for us to listen more than we type. That if not for agitations, and these agitations were coming because some demands of citizens were not being met. Because of that, some regions felt marginalized ever than before. And because of the marginalization, this is bringing the agitations from the region. We are now saying that if we have to solve the problem, we have two options. Secession. And the system below and the one in green also said we can have secession considering that these are the unresolved demand in the country. That the only way out to avoid secession in Nigeria is if our government is able to practice what we call inclusive governance. That is very simple for you into now. Some of you always do as if in primary school you attend. Simple things apply to simple logic. Now we are not saying
Gonna do whiskey and the Davido fighting over that thing comes. Oh my goodness.
Now we are not saying that the government of Bongoli has created more poor people in this country.
Why are you saying the government of Bongoli?
That he promised
It's
us
not
that
only Bongoli that voted for him now or campaigned for him. I don't even think he went to Nigeria to vote.
That God bless you. That's why I said Bongoli is just the replica of Simon Ekpa. Somebody that has dual citizenship. Somebody that has dual citizenship, they advise us on who to vote for. Someone will know the impact of dollar on the price of commodity. It will just come and be speaking grammar to us as if we are not even, we are not even school or we are not lettered at all. I have told Bongoli, the only way Bongoli can come and advise us is that number one, Bongoli said he's coming to Nigeria in the next 4 years. Me, I'm not challenging him that he should come back to Nigeria in the next years. Make you come set up his petrochemical business. Yeah. Come sell his petrochemical things for Nigeria. Let's now see how he's going to analyze Tinubu versus inflation for us. How he's going to analyze Tinubu versus removal of oil subsidies for us. So if all these things are still there, there will be agitation in the north, in the south, in the
Look, until the leaders get it right, more. I think even more will come up. We had this guy Sunday in the Yoruba side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as long as it keeps going, these groups will keep coming. More groups. Maybe it may just die down for a while. Before you know, another one will come up again. That was why I cited the Delta situation. If we were that kind of people seeing what's happening in Fupre and in PTI, trust me, one for don't come up for that side also. Because we can't keep having that. This one now, the school, they are our land. Why are they coming to lead us? Is it like we don't have professors in the south that can be provost and all those kind of
it's just like that. The freeze up his energy on church matter, and that the freeze was so happy when Peter Obi said we should replace V with night shift.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
And because the freeze was of the opinion that it's because we are less productive as a country. Meaning that even if we have to move as a country, we need a productive system that can make Nigeria. Rather more industry in this country, rather for us to get more industrialized as Nigeria, Tinubu has sent many people back.
Your bestie, dear Femi. Your bestie.
Thanks.
Bongoli.
If Bongoli not telling me he's talking from Lagos tonight, honestly, all the analysis he's doing here, he's just doing it out of, Simon Ekpa pattern. Bongoli, my point is, why
Femi,
wait, hold on.
Femi, wait. As you can hear my voice.
Sorry, please. This is the point where the lady needs to bow. Good
No,
night.
my sister, don't go. My sister, don't go. There's a
Don't
reason
go
why.
yet.
Please don't go. Please don't go.
Okay,
Please don't
5
go.
minutes.
Because I want to give you some history. Because you kept on talking about Delta State and the Delta and all. I want you to know that the first case for secession in Nigeria was by a Delta man called Adaku Boro.
Okay.
Adaku Boro was the first man. The first form of, what's it called? Militancy was from Nembe in Brass, over there in Biafra. That was in 1895. And Adaku Boro was the first person that said he wanted a country of Niger Delta. And you know what, in fact, Agui Rossi and Ojukwu fought against it and foiled that uprising. His name is Adaku Boro. Go and do some research on it, and then the war
Let me
happened.
ask you a question. What led to that? Because what we're saying is, as long as Nigeria functions the way it is, this will keep coming up.
My sister, I was just trying to explain to you, wait, Nafemi. I was just trying to explain to you that you're saying that if all these things that were happening or are happening is affecting Delta, blah, 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 respectfully. I was just trying to let you know that all of these things have always happened in the past. And in fact, the Delta...
That means you weren't actually listening to me. Because if you were listening... No, hold on. Because if you were listening, you wouldn't put that blah, blah, blah. What I said is, as long as the structure we have is still the way it is, this thing will still keep happening.
Okay, my sister, do you know at the time we're doing regional government at the time? So now I want to now explain something else to you, because you said, and I quote, why is it that the North they always have an edge, or they're always in charge of so many different things? I put it in the comment section. I explained why, but I'm going to tell you again. So when Anthony Enaoro pushed for independence in Nigeria, like Nigeria wants to gain independence, I'm trying to remember, was it 1953 or 1954 in the House? The Northerners did not accept for Nigeria to gain independence at the time, for reasons best known to them. So Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Anthony Enaoro, Amadu Bello, everybody sat down. There was an agreement. And the agreement was that the North were going to have more people in the parliament at the time. So they had 190-something people in the parliament, while I think the South had 170-something. So it tilted the balance. And as such, with time, then the issue of the elections came in 1959, and then everybody won their own region at the time. But then, because of whatever the British people or colonial masters, whatever agreements they had with the North, that's Amadu Bello and Satafa Balewa, they made him prime minister. And then they started taking over all of the different positions in Nigeria. So that is the root of why the Northerners are always everywhere in every federal parastatal they're in charge, because of that particular agreement. And that is why we need to be very, very careful when we make some certain type of agreements, because the agreements we make today may continue to affect us 100 years from now. So I just want to explain that particular Nigerian issue to you and to everybody that is watching us. Now, thirdly, to Femi, a lot of people don't understand why Femi attacks me. Femi is still experiencing unaddressed trauma from 2023. So, you think that unaddressed trauma, he will keep on crying and wailing. And Femi, you said something that if I'm not speaking to you from Lagos, blah, blah. Actually, I'm on vacation right now, my annual vacation in Canada. So that's why my voice is quite low. So that if you were talking about the snow, that if you come and see snow here now, snow plenty guys the way I did. So that's why my voice is low and my voice is chill. So I was just looking at Femi. You don't know Femi. You know Femi. But we will know you. Femi, I hope you watch waiting now. Femi, you've been attacking me now. I've been listening now. Let me talk now. Let me land my final blow. You see your daddy Atiku. You hear what body judge told him. You hear what body judge told your daddy Atiku.
Wait, hold on. No, I told you that one of those things you have to start learning is that if I want to reject you, get a pen and a sheet of paper. See, I have a pen and a sheet of paper here. I'm trying to jot your point However, I think you need an instantaneous response there. Last year, you were somewhere in Canada doing vacation.
Yeah.
You were still somewhere in Canada doing vacation.
Of
This
course.
year, you were still somewhere in Canada doing vacation. I
Of
said,
course.
good problem of this country is that the upcoming who want to govern us in the future, they have second life somewhere. And they are trying,
Bongoli ọ̀rọ̀ ló gbọ́ yẹn o.
they are trying to
No,
bring this-
no, don't. Let Femi cook. Femi loves to cook. You know,
Wait.
an Igbo proverb says, there's an Igbo proverb. An Igbo proverb says, and I quote, when one person they cook for village, everybody go share. But if village decide to cook for one person, in go hear am. So keep cooking, Femi. Keep cooking.
Wait, the truth is that
Keep cooking.
the truth is that enough is enough for a man who get dual citizenship, never spend vacation in Ikeja, GRA, Victoria Island, and other good places in Nigeria. They always come on live to go to World Bank data, bring data for us, and be doing statistical analysis for us. Ongoli, it's that time we stop statistical class when we are coming to that free live. Let's start doing sociology. Let's talk about the society and how the government is the government you voted for. The government you supported with your mouth and you in people to vote for is making an average Nigerian to suffer. Let me tell you so that you can know. You, I'm very sure, why you study at that Unilag, hold on. You spent 4 years. You just
5 years. Engineering is 5 years.
Yeah.
Engineering in Nigeria is 5 years. I did not just a point of correction. No, I went to cover my education in a prestigious school in Texas.
Go America.
In prestigious, yes. My parents were able to afford it. Thank you very much. With great humility and everything. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
How can Omopaki be advising Omopaki on how to toss to Tinubunomics?
Femi, I will say something here. And I know you know about this, but because we are talking online, no offline, you know how we do it offline. That's why we are laughing. People think that me and you are political enemies and everything.
Bongoli now. Hold on.
Hold on. When you talk like this, people look at Bongoli and like, Bongoli, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But one thing I want to let people know is that how impactful are you in your community? I can hit my chest and say because of my efforts and the efforts of some other members of my community, we have a fire service in my community. So the question is, what have you done for your community? No,
what community is that, if I may ask?
What did you say?
I said, what community is that?
Oh, that's in Oriade LCDA. So we have a fire service called Ekpa Fire Station now in Oriade.
Functioning.
Yes, it was just commissioned about 2 weeks ago by the Lagos State. Let me finish, Femi. By the Lagos State government. No, Femi, now we are serious. We're talking about how you impact your community. And I can hit my chest and say I wrote a report. I wore my process safety engineering hat, and I wrote a report. We pushed it into the House of Representatives, and we kept on fighting for it through our local government and through our representative in the state and also in the federal. And now we have a fire service. And we've been fighting for the relocation of tank farms in our area because our area is a residential area. It is not an industrial area. That's just one of the tiny bits of the impact that we push in our community. So it is not about coming here to talk about, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. It's like, now, what have you done for your people? How are you impacting the lives of your community positively? I can hit my chest and say, when my community has issues with electricity, I'm in America, yes, but they reach out to me and we try to solve the problem. That's the electricity problem while I'm in America here. So even if you say, Femi knows all these things, that's why he's smiling. When
So
we
your
talk
community
offline,
has 24-hour power supply?
No, we're in Band B and Band C. So we are trying to make sure that the people in Band C can be moved to Band B. In fact, where I live, my estate, where I stay, we're in Band C. And we're trying to say how we can move to Band B. But we have like feeder issues. Now that's like the power line that comes into our distribution center.
What's the population of your community?
What I'm saying is that I am very deeply rooted in the local engagement in my community
I'm very deeply rooted. So when people come and say, "But you are in abroad, you are this," I just laugh at them. I'm here right now. I can get a message right now from my community, and I have to fix the problem in my community by reaching out to other people, other networking, and all of that stuff. When it's time for us to talk about data and all of those things, yes, we can do that. We can throw banters and all. But the question is, I'm telling everybody here, what have you done for your community? These issues that we have in Nigeria have been on before we were born. We've had all these issues before we were born. Now, what are you doing for your community? What are you doing from where you came from? How are you giving back to them? That is what we should be talking about here. And I can hit my chest. I can go to my community, can go to Ria DLCDA and say Ayo Bakari, and they will tell you who Ayo Bakari is. That is what I want each and every one of us here to take out of here. I'm not coming here to come and change the topic of conversation. The Simon Ekpa situation, everybody knows my stand in Nnamdi Kanu and all of that stuff. You can see all the data, Southeast data and all of that stuff. They're not looking good. We want it to look good. We want Nigeria to look good. We don't like what we're seeing out there as regards all of this situation going on in the Southeast. We want better for everybody. So when we talk about banter, when we talk about polio, let's talk about it. It's fun. It's good. Femi hit me hard. Fine. That's good. No problem. However, what have you done for your people? And I can hit my chest and say I've done my own little for my people, and it's not stopping. I'll keep on fighting for my people.
Okay.
And that's all.
Let me say something. So I like
Final words.
Well done.
I don't want to slip off on the live. I've been struggling. I've really been enjoying it, but I've been struggling. You can see my eyes the way they are doing. Bongoli, Ayodeji Bakari, mo greet here. Okuku and Canada or Sinibishe. All right, I go. Your final thoughts, and we end here.
Okay, my final
Make una no
thought
vex.
I want to say well done for what you're doing in your community, right? But you know that not every community has somebody like you, and this is where we now need our leaders. So, and you also mentioned that whatever the situation is in Nigeria has always been like that. So, are you saying it's okay for it to always be like that? We should just rise up where our leaders are supposed to rise up. Let's step in for our leaders. Like, is that what you're kind of suggesting? I know it's okay to reach out to your community, right? It's very good. You did a wonderful job, right? Very good. But you're putting it like our leaders, it's always been like that. So what the heck? Do it. So you're saying we should put in the shoes of our leaders. Yeah.
My final word here is, there are different schools of thought. My school of thought is followers beget leaders. So if we want to fix a problem, we have to go from the foundation, because the Bible says, what can the righteous do if the foundation is faulty?
I make my point.
No, you make your point. You have the last shot. What I see here is, I go with the mantra of Robert F. Kennedy. He says, and I quote, "Think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country."
True.
I'm not saying that things are already bad. I'm not saying that things cannot be fixed. I am one of the people that see the cup as half full, not half empty. So I am never going to complain, regardless of if it's PDP or Labour Party or APC. I'm a proud APC member, yes, with my full chest, or NMPP or whoever it is. I'm going to look at it from the spectrum of what can you do? How impactful are you as a Nigerian and as a community person? Because remember, it all starts from the family to the society to the local government to the state government and to the federal government and to the federation in general. And lastly, I know this person is a friend of Daddy Freeze, and I'm going to say it here. Don't be like that person that demarketed Nigeria today. Don't be like that person.
Please, call name, please. Let me know.
No, I will not call the person's name because I respect Daddy Freeze. But don't be like, because I'm very, very angry and mad at that particular person. That person knows himself, but that person shouldn't have done that on an international platform. You call yourself an ambassador and you say that about Nigeria? Come on now. I rest my case.
I'm slow. Somebody fill me in, please. I need to know this person.
No, you need to go to Congolese School of Politics so that you capture that person. I listen very well to Bongoli, my friend. He's a very good friend. Just that
my good friend. Femi is my good friend.
Yeah, but politically, he can never be my friend. APC,
you are my enemy for life. You are my enemy for life politically.
Now, wait, you talk. I don't interrupt you now.
I'm muting my muting now. Bye-bye.
Please, I want a special request, Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze, are you there?
Yeah.
Daddy Freeze is sleeping.
After you
I don't who tell una say I don't tire, una not agree me. Make I go sleep, I beg. I don't tire.
Let me round up. Emma Pinoza. 1 minute.
After, please, you must not give Pongoli an opportunity to talk because it will waste our time. Now, let me quickly react. You see, it is very important for us to understand what, developing a local government is a geographical area at micro level means, and developing it at macro level means. Bongoli has, used all manner of grammar to explain the input he has asked. Let me tell you, if you go to Agbero side, ask them what they do for their community. They will take you there. They will show you how they are in their community. Meanwhile, the Bongoli I know is someone that really believes in empirical data. Bongoli has never presented this to us publicly. Bongoli, being a public man, should be able to use profile to actually encourage us publicly. I have not seen that, so I cannot believe a politician like Bongoli that he has done all sorts of those things, drama, to explain. That's number one. Number two, I think Bongoli, when we are talking about the need of people, one thing that is very germane and important is the economic perspective. And these people in that comment you are talking about, let me tell you what really. Oh, someone asked me what I have done. Should I start listing it so that you can know? But I will not do that.
Time don't go. Oh yeah, you have 30 seconds.
Ayodeji Bakari, I need to know that.
Wow, my government. Wow. Okay.
Government, number one, they needed something that would boost their trade and commerce activity. Number two, they needed something that would promote their tradition and their culture very well. Number three, they needed something that would promote their artisan craftsmanship very well. And they also need reorientation. Bongoli, you've not told me how you managed to build that society in that area. To me, you only get 1 thing. Go and learn very well how community development is being done. But for me, Tinubu must not win 2027. Inshallah, Atiku is come.
Good night, everyone, and God bless you all.
Good night. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.